the league. They show a lot of pressure to the league to put it back in games, and we got to be better to take that ball and execute off the bench.
Before the fourth quarter, you took all of the explosion out of a team that is one of the most explosive offenses in the league. What was working and what did you guys finally figure out?
Defense win threes. Except for the end, we did a good job defending the three.
What up, people?
Made it tough for James, made it tough for Russ, made it tough for EG. But I said we got to be better toward the end of the game. But for the most part,
what's good? Hit that like button when you walk in. Hit that like button when you walk in. No love. Joseph, what's good? Yeah, we almost choked. Let's talk about it. Yo, I did good on this. I ain't win no money. That's crazy. Hey, Brown, what's good? Let's hit that like button. I got all these people here. I only got 2 likes. Edward, what's good? Come on, show some love to the brother. It helps the channel. It helps it get out. Whoever hit the like button, I got 4 people. No love, Joseph, A. Brown, Edward, and I only got 2 likes. So that means a couple of y'all didn't hit that like button. Yeah, LeBron almost blew that game for us. But we played good, though. That's right. Hit the like button. That's right, Edward.
Thanks for your time, Anthony.
Yeah, yo, we almost blew that game, man. That's right, no love. Yo, it wasn't Vogel. I want to hear what you have to say, D. What up, T. Jones? Yeah, but it's still not. We had LeBron. It wasn't. LeBron came in the game flat. It was crazy. It wasn't the coach this time. We played a good game. Though. I just think we just got lax, but we can't do that. That's like a lesson. I'm glad it happened today. We can't come out flat, man. Nah, I think he took Braun out because he's trying to save Braun much as possible. I think he gonna let him loose the next series, but he trying to save Braun. Yeah, 5 points and we had 20-something point lead. I don't think it was the coach this time. I really don't. Yeah, he had to put him back in, but you have to take him out too to get some rest. If you up that much, that's an indictment on the team. That's a bad indictment on the team. Boss Mo was good. Yeah. Yeah, see, we got to close it out. We got to close it out. That's the key. Let's hit that subscribe button. Whoever didn't subscribe. Boss Mo said Lakers will win that title. Edward, LeBron, yeah, he closed it out game 5. D said there'll be 6 minutes left. Yeah, can't be taking the best play out. But I don't think. Oh yeah, let's talk about it, Joseph. Yeah, well, what did I say? See you later. Was good. Marie Holmes was good. Nah, they can't take the gas off. They can't. They cannot do that. But you know what though? Doc Rivers got to be scared. But let's talk about Taylor Horton Tucker. I said the other night, way before this, I said when you coach in the playoffs, you got to sometimes go deep and get a spark from somebody. Yeah, JaVale and Dwight ain't play all game. They ain't gonna play this series, but we still gonna need them. You know what I'm saying? But Horton Tucker, he played good. He played good to be 19 years old. Only played 6 games in the regular season.
You need your bank. Capital One's top-rated app is right here.
Yeah, they can't. They cannot take the. They can't
You don't need your bank?
take their foot off the pedal though. They can't.
That's banking reimagined.
Close it out there. Now Caruso played good this game. I give Miss Rose this game. He get his roses this game. I give Miss Roses this game. He played good. We got to go big against the Clippers. Darren was good. That's gonna be war. You can see they both trying to hurry up and get to the series. Eric, what's up? You can see they both trying to get to that next series, man. They both trying to get to that next series. The Clippers and the Lakers. But you know what? I got a feeling Denver gonna win the next game though. I don't know about the Rockets, but I think Denver gonna win the next game. I feel it. Banks was good, Banks. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's a lot of coaching jobs this year. Yeah, I agree. Jay Boogie was good. Darren, you're right. That's gonna be the real finals. But you know what though? The Lakers or Clippers, they cannot look at Miami, Toronto, or Boston and feel like, cause that's where it change. I hope Toronto win Game 7. Y'all know I don't like Boston. I hope Toronto win Game 7. Hope they win them all. Grant was good. Yeah, Lakers, boy. I definitely think Lakers gonna close out. For them to come out like how they came out today, and I thought that today could have been a game they be a little lax.
How about Taylor Horton Tucker? First playoff game for the 19-year-old. Good dog. Good situation to play against this team. Because, there's no, like, you don't have to worry about switching and different type of people just stand out there and how this guy did. Alex Caruso.
Groove Money was good. The last 7 minutes, I know, man. They almost jacked that off. I hope that's a learning experience, though.
57-41.
He said, JR must took a sip at JR Henny. You're right, Jay Boogie. Where they at? Tucker had 5. Tucker had 5 banks. Tucker scored 5 points. He played good. He got like 2-3 steals. He had deflection steals. He played good. He played good. For it to be the first playoffs, he played good. He only played 6 games in the regular season. No, he ain't playing the 4th. No, he only played in the first half.
The Lakers win it 1-10-16. Anthony Davis going for 29 and 12. LeBron 16.
Yeah, LeBron chilling tonight. You're right.
And 9 assists. Rondo the near triple double as well. 11 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists as the Lakers making a 3-1.
Casey, yo, I want to talk about Danny Green. You saw when he had a layup, dismissed the layup. He cannot score around the basket to save his life. And you can see like him and KCP, it's like they cannot do any dribble. They can't dribble at all. That's why I say it's hard to have 2 guards in there that can't dribble. And then you got a big man in McGee. I'm just saying, I'm talking about the Lakers regular line or Markieff Morris. It's like LeBron the only ball handler in that starting lineup, and it's scary. Because if I'm the Clippers, I mean not the Clippers.
I'm just saying. That ain't a moment. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. Sometimes you gotta not listen. You're not gonna stop LeBron, but you can't let LeBron do that, AD do that, and then let the others have to
Jose was good.
Yeah, I think, looking at it, Charles and I were talking, we usually don't impact.
Oh, you talk about Houston Tucker. PJ Tucker. When you say Tucker, you have to be clear. Because there's two Tuckers out there. That's right. Let's give a shout out to Tucker. I said that. I said, because one thing about basketball, I know basketball. And
Yeah, I think he might be. Until let me look at it. Until the Lakers had 17,203 turnovers in the fourth quarter. They never even get back. So
I know basketball. And basketball, you had to. You had to. Sometimes, especially if you got a talented player and he fit that style of game, he'd get off in this series. Dre was good. Rondo looked like Chris Tucker. See you later. Tell you need to get Danny Green. Yeah, he need to play more minutes, man. Danny Green is sorry. Him and KCP.
The way the Milwaukee Bucks play offense, it can work during the regular season.
Yeah, he can't. And then they giving him the drive. They let him go by. He can't do. It's like he don't know what to do. The minute they make him put the ball on the floor, he panics.
Yeah, but I just think over a 7-game series, he's gonna run against a LeBron.
He need the ball next series. Danny Green, he need to hit his outside shots. Because if these teams smart, I run them. Him and KCP do not want to. I don't want to tell them, but even I got small channels, so they might not hear this. But if I'm Houston in the first half of the Lakers, I'm pressing them. LeBron, the only ball handler. The only ball handler. I love it that we up 3-1. But Horton Tucker definitely need to play, man. Horton Tucker need to play. Yeah, Rondo looking good. Who I got winning against the Lakers and Clippers? You know who I got. See you later. You've been on this channel too long. You know who I got. Unless you asking one of these other, or unless you asking the guys on the chat. All you new guys, I need you to subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button. But yeah. And the playoffs, how playoffs is designed, you got to give teams different looks. And that's why I agree. I want to touch on Michael Porter Jr. I agree he shouldn't have threw it out there in front of the media like that. But he had a point. And the playoffs, you ain't beat no Toronto with those Clippers with those two players. You can't do that. And then if he was scoring in the first half, why not give him the ball the second half? That didn't make no sense. As I said, a lot of these coaches can't coach. A lot of these general managers is sorry. That's right. It cannot just be about – and then both of them dribble all day. See, that's what makes that offense bad. Jokic get the ball, he dribble. Jokic dribble a lot when he get the ball. And Murray. It's not like they catch and shoot plays. So they really taking the air out the ball.
It's so good to see you guys. Hot out here. We on yet?
Yeah, LeBron was chilling, Grant. He was chilling.
Confused. Maybe you just need
Yeah, these coaches suck. Yeah, Markieff, for this series, you like Markieff starting. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's a pipe dream. See you later. But you got to be smart. When you coaching this game, you got assistant coaches, that's what they for. That's what these for. And that's why I said, if you look at Horton Tucker game, he gets to that rack. He got he kind of unorthodox. His dribble kind of high for my liking, but he herky-jerky. He gets to the basket. He's strong. He not no weak 19-year-old kid. He's strong. So you put him in a series like this. Because with this series lacks, we don't have nobody who can beat the team off the dribble. LeBron have sometime on a half court set, LeBron can't beat them off the dribble. He beat them off the dribble full speed. Rondo getting knows he had to do. Horton Tucker, that game was wide open for him. Yeah.
Celtics and Raptors played game 7.
Yeah.
It was a week ago tonight, but the Raptors found themselves a half second away from being down 3-0.
You right, Groove Money.
OG Anunoby had. The Raptors had life. They still haven't had.
Yeah, Covington was bad today. That's what made the Laker game easy. They was horrible. What? Huh? Good night. They was horrible.
Physicality, intensity, and drama that has gone down in the series between the Raptors and
Yeah, Tucker. See the key to Tucker, Taylor Horton Tucker. He had to hit a jump shot. His jump. Well, you know he young. He working on it. But if his jumper be clicking, he gonna be a problem in this league. Even if he have a good mid range game for now.
Team practice today here in Orlando to physically recover for a matchup that will no doubt be a slugfest in Game 7.
Another tough game and a tough playoff series. We haven't to win it, but that one's over. We gotta focus in and figure out how to make some adjustments for tomorrow. Figure out how to run the engines and play with that kind of effort. Two teams that in a lot of ways.
One thing this NBA show you, when you have guys who can dribble the ball, it makes it much easier. That's why I said the Lakers cannot build around LeBron James type of teams. Because times change. You cannot build around Bron. You just have to just make a good team, and Bron gonna have to adjust. Bron gonna have to adjust because you can't just have guys just because they can stand there. Because KCP and Danny Green, they cannot do nothing. It's like they cannot put the ball, and you need to put pressure on teams. Especially this game, this series, this next series against Toronto. Against the Clippers. I hate to talk like that because it's not over, and even though we all feel like that, but crazy things happen. But my thing is, as far as the Lakers, if they play the Clippers, you cannot afford that because they got to make their shots. Because the Clippers not gonna give you easy baskets going to the basket like that. Oh, why are they doing that, Joseph? Yeah, Bron cannot be passive against the Clippers, man. He got to be ultra aggressive. Ultra aggressive. And he can't afford to be like, Avo was good. I'm sorry, my brother. He can't. LA moment was good. My bad.
So that's what he said, that they hang their hat on defense. First of all,
you can't afford to be like, okay, the first game's a fill-out game against the Clippers and lose game 1. They cannot do that. They cannot do that with no Clippers. Because Bron, people getting too psyched up with that. Oh, you know how LeBron always have a fill-out game. He need a fill-out game. He lost the first game in Portland, and then what happened? He lose a game against Houston, then what happened? Nah, we can't play that shit. Anybody think that's a fool? Stop thinking that. At the end of the day, he will be 36. And we don't have and the Clippers, at least see the difference between, I'll tell you something the difference is. Us doing this against Portland and the Rockets, to lose the first game, and then for him to talk about fill-out game for you guys to sit there and be like, no, he can't. He can do that. Nah. The Lakers team is not better than the Clipper team. See, that's the thing. Clippers, after you get past 2 players, it's not even close. After LeBron, AD, take LeBron, AD off, and Kawhi and Paul George off. Let's say all of them out, all 4 of them out. The Clippers, I think, could beat the Lakers in 5. I honestly believe that. Take Kawhi, Paul George, and Bron and AD out. Take them out. So that's 2 players, and the rest of the guys, in the 7-game series, I think Clippers will beat the Lakers in 5.
I think
That's how much of a difference. It might be more than that. Because now, without Bron and AD, the Clippers don't need to do no double teaming. And now you know if you can't double, that means if Clippers don't have to double team, you know you could just automatically cancel out KCP and Danny Green. They ain't gonna be able to score. They only score when they wide open. They not going to even score. They're not even getting no shot attempts. And they be able to play them one-on-one. Because JaVale don't got no post game like that. Whoever got him, you know.
Every time they had an opportunity to get the shot they wanted,
That's right. That's right. Joseph can't have a fill-out game. I don't want LeBron. LeBron sometimes start doing that, start really believing that shit. Oh, y'all know that was just a fill-out game. I always have fill-out. No, not in this series here. Not in this series here. 49ers was good. Subscribe to this channel, bro. I don't trust Paul George either, but it's Jose. But I'm not even talking about I'm not talking about far as Paul George. I'm saying we can't still afford to lose give out a first game just to say a fill out game. I agree. I'll see you later. Yeah, he got to the basket, no love.
I was in this going to this twice.
Yeah. We have to beat the Clippers.
Two Hall of Fame coaches, and they both said the same thing. Say the same exactly. What's the issue for messing around?
Shark in the water.
You messing around. What you gonna do? No game plan. Nothing. Just, that's one stuff. And I really think you for messing. I think this is a
Jay Boogie, that's why I'm so hard on Danny Green and KCP, because we really need them. Reason why we really need them, because the coach shows the ability he not willing to go dive deep. The next series, if they not locking anybody up and they struggling offense, you got to give them the early hook. You got to give them the early hook.
You got to say, okay, guys, this is my time. I've been in Charlotte.
That next series going 7. I don't see. I see 7. Lakers and Clippers would be 7. Where's Kyrie? Oh, Kiara, yeah. Yeah, Caruso played good today. No, you have to Malik. You have to say Caruso had a good game. Don't say playing good. Because somebody coming playing good means he playing good in the series. He played good today. I give him that. He had a good game today, no doubt. I just want to put in the proper perspective, you know.
To win multiple playoff series after being down 3-1, they're going to have to overcome the Clippers team that's finding its rhythm, particularly on the defensive end.
I think they're getting there. I do. And I think everybody's probably going to keep getting better through the playoff process because you just do. But I think our ceiling is so high and how much we're going to keep improving game to game. We got to be more organized defensively in what we're doing. And we can't have
yeah, he can play next year. He just had to get better. He had to continue working hard, get better. Now I think Montrezl is gonna be out. I just don't see the Clippers. If they do, they pay. I'll be surprised. The Clippers, the Niners getting crushed Sunday. Nah, 49ers gonna win. But I just don't see the Clippers giving him that much money. If they do, they just sucking it up because he gonna get some money. And I would rather pay him than the guys like Buddy, because I think he's gonna be good anyway. That 14 in game 1 was garbage. Malik, come on. That 14, he made a lot of free throws. And it was garbage. Some of them was on bump time. It was no good 14. It's a difference. Because let me tell you how it's a difference, Malik. You say Alex Caruso gave us 14 in the first game. He gave us 16 this game. Everybody watched the game. This is why I tell you, you can't always go by points because you're just saying he had 14 points. You look at James Harden, even though those not Harden numbers, but if you tell somebody, you watch Harden play tonight, or you look at somebody to say Harden had 20. You about had 20, a little off, but you don't realize it was really off. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the difference. Points always, you can't always judge points. Compared, you could ask anybody on this chat who watched Caruso tonight and who watched game one. How come nobody said, oh, Caruso played good game one? Everybody talking about him today. We all saying, oh, Caruso had a good game. We all saying that because he had a good game. Today you could see he be like, he played good. Game one, he had points, but a lot of points was nothing. Yeah, game one, that's what I'm saying. You're right, no love. He played like nothing. That's why I said points. That is why I always tell people, don't just go by box score. And when somebody just throw out stats, it's not always telling on the game. Because you hit 20 points, you know, Caruso did not play good game one at all. He had, I'm digging up. He had like free. But I watched it. I didn't really need to do this. I seen the game. He ain't play good. And then he had like 5 or 6 points, 7 points at the end of the game. No, it ain't because we lost. It ain't the point if he shot bad, Malik. It's the point. The points you looking at, he scored a lot of them at the end. Houston had us. It was like meaningless points. It wasn't nothing. Okay, he had 2 points different. He had 2 points. He shot 2 points different than he did. He scored 2 points more today than it. Wasn't today a big difference from the last game? And I even talk about winning. You can look at the game he played today. Even somebody lost, you can still say, you saying because we lost, that ain't had nothing to do with it. He had a good game today. You're right, Eric. It is about consistency. AD do fall down a lot. He falls down a lot. Ain't no question. Every game he's on the floor 4 or 5 times. That shit get annoying. I don't need to check the stats because, like I said, I've seen the game. You ain't look at that. We didn't walk away from that game and say he played. It ain't had nothing to do with us winning. But I think about Kuzma trade value, to me, it's still the same. It ain't go up. His trade value ain't go up, and I don't think it went down. Yeah, but he didn't. I think he was like 5 and 9. He didn't play like anybody. We all saw the game. We talked about it. I'm not saying he was straight, but it wasn't like that. Yeah, a lot of his points is at the end of the game, like where Houston had us. It wasn't no real impact points with. See, I'm not giving both of them up for no Norman. Norman Powell not like that. I'm not doing it for Norman Powell. Not good, because Danny Green, at the end of the day, bad as we don't like Danny Green, his value not that bad. See, that's the thing with Danny Green. It's funny. Much as we don't like him, let me tell you what all the organizations going to say. One, he can shoot. They always, even if he's missing, he is known as a shooter. It's never going to go away from him. Teams don't feel, he ain't shoot good in the finals, so he ain't going to shoot good now. No, they're going to feel, he's going to find his shot. So one, Danny Green can shoot. I'm just saying him like he ain't shooting that good with us. But I'm just saying the narrative. He can shoot is one. Two, you know what team's gonna say? And these things big in the league today. Shooting is a priority. So team always gonna look at that as a thumbs up. Number two, he's a good teammate. Teams love that. They feel, and then the coach. They ask the coach, what you think about Danny Green? The coach gonna be like, let's do it. You know how coach gonna want to trade for Danny Green? For one, you know what the coach gonna say? If I play him 30 minutes, he'll be happy. If I play Danny Green 7 minutes, I don't got to hear his mouth. Coaches don't want to keep hearing that all the time of players chirping and beefing about minutes, shots. Danny Green can play about nothing. Danny Green can play 7 minutes for 5 games straight, and you're not going to hear his mouth. He's a good teammate. So what I said that to say this, his value, and then he only got 1 year left on his contract. So when they get him, they're only going to have him for a season. So he got value. And then Kuzma, I'm not doing both for that for no Norman Powell. Norman Powell's a role player. A role player. He had a good game, but he's not. I'm not trading both of them. It's not like you trading a guy who got no value. Danny Green got value. Bad as we don't like him, I know for a fact the Lakers could get rid of Danny Green in 2.2 seconds. All right, let me read these comments. He said, yeah, Toronto, I don't think Toronto trade him anyway. Joseph, Jose trade. Thinking about Green and Taylor Hawker for Josh Richardson. See you later. Horford, Tyboo in the first and the second round pick for CP3. If I'm Philly, I'm definitely doing that. If I'm Philly. Messiah ain't an idiot. Why did Lakers fall asleep? Them boys was good. Them boys, how you doing, them boys? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, fellas. Whoever didn't subscribe yet. I like that trade, Jose. I'm not trading Horton Tucker for Josh Richardson. CC was good, CC. They shot 39% from free throw. Hill to Philly, I think. Philly, that's what I said. It's going to be a lot of trades. Philly going to make some trades. Milwaukee. You know what? A lot of teams going to be super duper active. Josh Richardson, Zion Smith, Mike Smith. CJ McCollum. I don't think Portland will do that. Buddy Hill and Philly would be good. I think that'd be a perfect team for him. But let me tell y'all this, right? This year, it's going to be a lot of movement. You know why? Because it's not like the Golden State years where a lot of teams felt they was going to win a championship. So they was going to blow their team up too much and take on salary and different things like that. Next year, not next year, this offseason, a couple months in October, when October comes, it's going to be a lot of fireworks. You know why? Because you got teams like Orlando made the playoffs 2 years in a row. You know what they're going to think? Shit, we get a player. We can beat this team. A lot of teams got hope compared to the last 5 years where Golden State was dominant. So a team like Orlando will be willing to will and deal. Teams like teams like Philadelphia that they underachieved, so they got to do will and deal. Same with Milwaukee. Then you got teams like Denver who keep the second rounds. Where they're gonna be out, they're gonna have to be making moves. So then you got Golden State, who didn't make the playoffs. Phil, they right back in. They're gonna do what they gotta do to get better. You have teams like Minnesota who they have the first pick. They're gonna be aggressive. They feel they could get in the playoffs. It's gonna be a lot of will. Then you got teams, teams whoever don't win. If the Clippers don't win, whatever reason they felt they lost, they're gonna feel like, hold up, we need this. Whatever they feel, they're gonna improve at that position. whatever it is, if the Lakers, God forbid, the Lakers lose, the Lakers gonna feel, hold up, we got to prove our team. Whether it was the bench, guard play, whatever the reason why they lost, they gonna feel. So there's gonna be a lot of willing and dealing. Did see a video I made today. Nah, I ain't see the video. What video you made today? I've been out all day. I just came to watch the game. I'm gonna check it out.
Relationships, trust, line of communication, those are the things that go before any X's and O's. So I think that's what a lot of the work is going to be, is trying to develop.
I think the White more than McGee. McGee. BDA Pink was good.
Steve, you talk about style of coaching, but what is your style of play?
Yeah, Cousin will have to pretty much sign for the cheap. You know what I'm saying?
You had to mirror a team that's.
He would have to sign for the cheap.
That's a similar style of what we're going to be doing. Is it closer to what Tony and you guys have done in Phoenix? Is it closer to what you did with Nelly in Dallas? Or is it somewhere different?
It's probably somewhere different in that the game's changed so much since then.
They playing Danny Green, Grant. So you might just don't even think about that. You know doggone well they're gonna play Danny Green. Danny Green starting. JaVale, they might not play, but I like JaVale. To me, I don't know why y'all like JaVale. I understand this series, but I'm just saying in general. I hope Boogie sign in LA. The Lakers need another big time player.
Steve, there's certainly been a lot of folks talking about this hire, and you hear white privilege, and you yourself said, "Yeah, I kind of skipped the line here." But what is your take on those who look at white privilege in a situation like this, as opposed to, hey, 18 years in the league?
No. Greek Freak already said he's staying in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
He said he's staying. No way in the world he'd be able to backpedal. That would look real bad for him. He went out in the media and said he's staying in Milwaukee. It's not like he told the organization. He said he's staying. I hope the Raptors win.
I don't think that's this situation. Personally,
I think he'll sign the Supermax.
And there's precedence here. That speaks for itself. Other coaches.
Do I think Bron and AD playing better or worse? It's kind of hard. Because it's like, Bron, that last game, he killed. I'm going to say around the same. I'm going to say they playing like, I don't know. I thought they probably could do a little, I thought they'd be a little more dominant, to be honest. I say that.
So that's something we have to fight to find a way to get more of these talented, ex-players or African Americans coming up to the system opportunities and a stairway, a pathway to rise through the game. The Tsai family, the owners of the Nets, have pledged $50 million.
I think the Bucks need to trade for somebody. You said CP3 or a younger point guard. One thing, I think it'd probably be easier for them to get CP3. Because this thing like this, what young point guard you don't get that might be better than CP3? Hammonds, the coach, Indy. Who's Hammonds? The coach at the Pacers. You asked me this, or that's what's going to happen? Yeah, they definitely need to get double figures. Definitely. AD got to be consistent. Oh, Becky Hammonds? Nah, I don't think Indiana gonna do that. They saying she the coach. I think Steve Nash should do good. Oh, you asking? Nah, I don't think they doing a Becky Hammonds. Our role players are inconsistent. They talk about Chauncey Billups, the Pacers coach.
the great opportunity you have now with the Brooklyn Nets. Always good talking to you. Congratulations.
Oh, Chauncey Bill, okay.
And when we come back, what are they saying after the game?
No love. That's not happening. Who the Bucks got trade? They're not getting no bill. They got no trade assets for Bradley Bill or Bookers. That's not happening. Yeah, that's what the Lakers have to do, build their bench up. I ain't see him talk about Dak Prescott. Bucks landing CJ, that's what they talking about?
At Hyperise, we've been collaborating with NBA players and trainers since the very beginning.
My first
Ivo was good.
The idea of recovery was just starting to be implemented into training.
Over the last 10 years,
That's not going to happen. Teams know Bledsoe's a bum. And it's not like Bledsoe's 25 years old. Bledsoe's 30, 31 years old. He don't have no value, and he got a fat contract. Not like he getting $6 million a year. At this event, Dante is not that good going to get you. They can make a trade with. Oh, hold up. Before I say something, what trade you talk about? No love with Dante Bledsoe in the first, because you know Bucks first gonna be all that.
He makes us feel like we're worth protecting.
LeVert ain't going to no Bucks. Y'all have to realize a team like Brooklyn won't give. Why would Brooklyn give LeVert to Milwaukee for what? What do I want to ask you this, 49ers, right? What do Milwaukee have that Brooklyn will want? Why would Brooklyn trade LeVert that's on a good contract, that's young, for anything the Bucks have?
yo, y'all see this?
This is BetMGM, where every snap is showtime.
Highsmith was good.
Right now,
Yeah, Horton Tucker played good today.
you win 100 if there's a week one touchdown and the action.
See, the only thing about that, do I think we get DeRozan on discount? DeRozan not opting out. Well, I'm hearing a lot of people not opting out because the money ain't going to be, the free agent money going to be totally different next year. So what I'm hearing, it's going to be different. He said Bledsoe, Dante, Ilyasova in first. Oh, for Chris Paul, yeah. Yeah, because I thought they were saying yeah, for Chris Paul. Yeah, that should work for Chris Paul. See, the thing with DeRozan taking the discount, DeRozan not a free agent. He had to opt out, and I don't see him opting out this year, where the money is going to change. If he opt out this year, it's a team he want to go to, and they willing going to pay him right now, and he probably don't want a chance going to next year free agency. That's the only way.
That's how we met. What do you mean by actual boyfriend? I didn't take it back.
Kyle Lowry not a free agent this year. He opted into it. He's gonna be a free agent next year. No. Let me ask you this. 49ers fan. Why would the Bucks? No one. Why would Brooklyn want Eric Bledsoe? Number one. Why would you think they're gonna want to take on a player that makes tons of money to be a backup to Kyrie? That don't make no sense. First round picks, we already know the first team like Brooklyn, they don't care about. They in win now mode. And Dante ain't like I said, ain't that good. That Brooklyn will never do that. What was the purpose they had won Bledsoe for? They don't need him. They got Kyrie at point. They got Spencer who can play some point, and they can just bring a back. Kyrie don't play 30-something minutes. Why would they need Bledsoe? And you can't play him and Kyrie together. They little. Cool trade value is shaky. He been up and down. No, DeRozan not a free agent. He had to opt out of his contract. He's not a free agent. Milwaukee don't have no money for Van Vliet. No love. They can't get Van Vliet. They don't have no money, no free agent money.
Just a lack of spirit.
I think the Clippers are probably. I think Marcus Morris will resign. I just think a team gonna offer Montrez a lot of money, and I don't know if the Clippers gonna want to stomach that. Now he can just be like. It depends how it work out. I think if the Clippers, let's say if the Clippers win a championship, I can see them easy letting Trez go, easy. But if they don't win, they ain't gonna be no real replacement. They might be forced to bring him back. On now, gonna be some money they ain't really want to give him. You saying Bledsoe more of a defender than Chris? Bledsoe is garbage. He can't do anything. He chokes every. Used to be one to get rid of him so fast. Who cares if he's a better defender than Chris Paul? It's more than just it's not like Chris Paul don't play no defense. Chris Paul's a good enough defender.
Oh yes.
When they're giving out the MVP, I think next week.
Yes, we are.
They always give it out in the They always give MVP out in the in the conference finals. Always.
Yes, sir. All you have to do is go back, register it, vote, and get registered to vote.
So why people can't take pay cuts to win now? Some people winning not that much important to them. They'd rather get paid. You know, everybody had expensive. Some people may be paying child support out their ass. They might feel they're not taking a chance on going to a team just to win a championship and getting less money. Yeah, he said he want the bag. He said he want the bag, just like what's his name said he want the bag. And I'm surprised he took less. They offered Sacramento offered Pat Bev $50 million. And he took less. I think he took like 36. He said he wasn't taking less, but he took it. He be trash every playoffs. In the regular season, he all right. He's not even all that in the regular season. But every playoffs, he been doing this like you saw enough, but then his type of game, he can't shoot worth of shit. Nah, he's not good. He got low IQ. He can't shoot. He don't really have no heart like that. Like, come on. He don't have no game. I don't like Eric Bledsoe. Yeah, it looks like CP3 might be the only as far as point guards, because nobody giving up no young point. Morgan don't have much to give. Nobody gonna take him. Eric Bledsoe already 30-31. Let's just get that out there. He's 30 or 31 years old, Bledsoe. You already saw how he flamed out. Then he got a big contract on top of that. Teams don't be quick to trade to Milwaukee. And they're gonna have to put Dante in them deals.
It's mostly water, and that doesn't work as well on skates.
So we switch back to time. One wash.
Yeah, they had a better shot to keep Capella. No, D'Antoni trash. He said D'Antoni might join Steve Nash in Brooklyn.
Time is concentrated with 3 times the active cleaning ingredients. It's gotta be clean.
You serious? Who better between Eric Bledsoe and Caruso?
So why not own it?
Yeah, you on joke time, no love. You know Eric Bledsoe better than Caruso.
And start buying online.
Like, come on, man. Caruso, like, he's better than Caruso. He not a. See, but that's a different argument. See, the difference is the Lakers not looking for Caruso to do nothing. No more Caruso make what $2 million, $2.5 million. So we not dependent on him to do nothing. But Eric Bledsoe making all that money, that's crazy. But he better than Caruso. But Eric Bledsoe is under Caruso contract much better than Eric Bledsoe contract. Mikey, what's good, Mikey? Yeah, Paul George, man, I don't know what's wrong with him. See, the thing with Avery Bradley, I'd trade him. But the thing with Avery Bradley, I think he's gonna opt out. Cause it's crazy that he did it and his value seemed like it went up. Exactly, Avo. Exactly. Eric Bledsoe's supposed to be like their third option, and Caruso is not. So it looks bad on Eric Bledsoe. I think Avery Bradley opting out. He seemed distant with the teams. I know last they talked, he don't correspond with the team. What I'm hearing. Then when the Lakers said they'd give him a championship, he was like real. He shouldn't even respond or be like, "Yo, that's a nice gesture." You know, I appreciate that and left it alone, but be like, "I don't think I want it" and stuff like that. I ain't like it. I don't like that energy. Yeah, why would the Nets want Bledsoe? Why? Why? Tell me why. That's what I said. When y'all make trades, it gotta make sense. No way in the world Milwaukee will want. I mean, Brooklyn will want. What would they need him for? No one. Brooklyn. They only got one hole in their lineup. It's the power forward position. As far as point guard, why would they need to bring a hot now? Bledsoe making $5 million. Okay, cool. Bring him in as a backup. But at the money he's making, nobody doing that. Yeah. Yeah, y'all got to think about both teams. It's not just one team. It wouldn't make no sense for Brooklyn to do that anyway. You think a young player Carson Levert for Eric Bledsoe, somebody who ain't do shit, and you know he is what he is. Levert is getting better, and he's bigger, and he can help out at some point. He can play the little point guard too. We said Rockets are overrated. Yeah, I think Westbrook's staying. I think so. I think D'Antoni might be under fire, and I think like Bledsoe. I mean not Bledsoe. Gordon and all of them would be up in the air. But I think Houston, what happened there? I think what happened with Houston. I think once they make the coaching change, then I think whoever coach they bring in, that's what they see what they do. But they're gonna change that style of play though. They're gonna be like I think they're gonna probably convert into a conventional set of team with a center, power forward, small. I think they're gonna Harden playing the two, Westbrook in the backcourt, a real small forward, like like that. Yeah, you in this league here. That's why I don't get how these players, because yeah, I said they're gonna make changes. I don't think Westbrook gonna get traded. Harden ain't going for that. And one thing about Houston, as long as they got that owner, he's star crazy. He love big names. He's not trading no Westbrook. He's not trading, but people like Eric Gordon, yes. Eric Gordon, he got a nice size contract. Eric Gordon is out of it.
The small details are a big reason to come back and shop your favorite small businesses. We know them. You love them. So let's go shop small with American Express.
What does it take to make the world's most awarded tequila? It takes passion and dedication down to every drop. It's more than just harvesting the finest blue agave. It's using a 200-year-old recipe recognized by tequila experts as the best in its class year over year. So when you choose 1800 tequila, you choose taste above all. 1800, the best taste in tequila. Did you already brush your teeth tonight?
No word. 49.
Yes, tonight's gonna be a two-brush night, right? I'm sorry, racist.
The Gray and Kevin Durant Charity Foundation have joined forces to help kids keep moving by donating to community organizations, including our hometown, Sea Pleasant Rec.
See, the thing with playoffs and regular season is different. Let me tell you the between playoffs and regular season. Like, for instance, how the coach keep going with like KCP and Danny Green and things like that. All right, 49ers. The difference is with that, you can keep going with them guys in the playoffs. Mind you, now you questioning two things. You question, do they have the heart for this? Is they built for this playoffs? Then you have to dig deep into your lineup. Sometimes playoff, you play a team the same time. I mean, you keep playing the same team 7 times. If it go to, let's just say 4 times, because it's guaranteed to go 4. 4 times, you got to switch it up. You're not going to beat a team 4 times, keep doing the exact same thing. So you may have to throw in the play. They didn't have, like what's the name? They threw a loop with that. But he should have kept him in. He should have played them a little longer. He ain't played them all the second half. But he should have played them, because now you just throw a whole team off. They ain't prepared for that.
It's time to go big.
Yeah, I agree, Eric.
There's no singing, no dancing, plus action-packed, death-defying scenes of strength.
I don't think Derrick Rose. I can see Schroeder. CP3. It won't be Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is a different. He not the type of guard. He more of a scoring guard right now in his career. I don't think it'd be Derrick Rose. I think CP3. They looking for a big name. I think they're gonna go big game hunting. I think Chris Paul's like calling for them. I could see that happening. The league calling for it. Long as Milwaukee give up a first round pick, and they had to probably give up Dante. I think that'd do it. That'd be a good one. Yeah, you gotta. This NBA here, man, you just have to be smart, man. You smart. That's why if I'm an owner, and first thing, if I was an owner, the first thing I'd be as an owner, I'd be a type of owner to be willing to spend the money, but smartly. See, a lot of times what happened, I'm gonna tell you what happened a lot of times. A lot of these owners don't know nothing about basketball. They just purchased the team, right? And a lot of these GMs and these GMs, what they do, instead of them, when it's not your money, it's easy to spend the money. Like some of the players, you have to. That's why, if I'm an ownership group, right? The first thing as an owner, well, I'm gonna tell my GM and my team, go out to the community, rub shoulders community. Because when you, especially these small towns, like these places like Milwaukee, Indiana, those teams should be easy to build. You know why? and you shouldn't have the pressure. See, the thing with the Los Angeles, New York, it's hard for them. Like how the Lakers built for a few years. We kept getting all these picks. In the lottery picks, we had Julius Randle as a lottery pick in 2014. 2015, we had D'Angelo Russell, Zubac. 2016, we had got Brandon Ingram. 2017, we got Lonzo Hart and Kuzma, Thomas Bryant. You know, hold on. So you have all them, you know, so we was able to get away with it because the fans was kind of feeling the young guys and the fans was liking our rebuild. But it's hard in the big cities. But the small, you can rebuild and you have to be smart. You put your team, your organization, even the owners. The owners, they in the community. The general manager, they be in the community. Now you don't have to. There's no rush. You don't have to worry about if you're a GM or the GM don't have to worry about the coach where he had to. You put the pressure on the coach to get fired. Like, oh man, from the fans, fire him. So now the GM, you pick your coach that you think is right for that team, and then you play. You're in the community. You're smart. You sit back. We need this piece, that piece, and you just go out do it steadily. Because sometimes it's hard to sometimes turn the team around real quick, unless you don't have no big money on the books. If you can turn the teams around quick. Let's say if you have like 5 good like young players, they don't have to be. I ain't saying all stars, but even like you saw like Josh Hart's a good role player. You have like people like the Josh Harts. Then you have like the high ceiling guy like the Ingram, and you know what I mean, like a role player like the Larry Nance was. You can speed up your rebuild, and you don't got no big salaries on your books. You'll be all right. Oh, I want to talk about. I know it's something I need to say. I want to say this the other day. D'Angelo Russell was on JJ Redick podcast. I don't know if you guys seen it. And he said something very interesting, and that's just why I think what we talked about earlier, how the Lakers develop players, and it sucks. Now, D'Angelo Russell said that Lou Williams, he said he was struggling like, damn, everything he felt was wrong. And he said, Lou Williams came to him and said, listen, I've been on 6 different teams. And I played for like 7 to 8 different coaches. He said, I never had to practice like this. He said the stuff Byron Scott and the way how Byron Scott was coaching was like the worst thing. Byron Scott, see, that's what I said. He's not dealing with time. Byron Scott stuck on this Pat Riley, how they did it. Back in the days and now it's 2 different things. You see that when the coaches don't realize that, that's another thing. If I'm a GM and I hire a coach, if a coach is not relatable today's time and today's player, that's just why I don't get why the Knicks hired Tom Thibodeau. But if I'm a player, if I'm a GM and my coach is not relatable to today's NBA, you don't hire him. I don't care how good of a coach he was years ago, you don't hire him. Byron Scott took that Laker mentality, Pat Riley. I grew up in that era. And I remember Pat Riley coached hard. Like, he plays guys minutes. They have 2-a-day practice. He coached them like they was like a football team. He felt Pat Riley's big on conditioning. And a lot of times back then, and I should remember, and you know, it was no internet like that, but I used to remember when I used to see them, like, because I used to go on like Laker sites and stuff, and you see like different photos and stuff, like Magic and them knees iced down. Then you hear the commentators talking about them. He trained them because the Lakers are a running team. So he trained them to be in shape where they could play defense for 48 minutes and run the court, a fast break team for 48 minutes. Byron Scott had that same mentality. Byron Scott came in with this drill sergeant mentality that didn't work. His first day on the job, now mind you, Byron Scott, we had D'Angelo Russell. First thing Byron Scott, they asked about Byron Scott, he said, oh, he got to earn it. He ain't getting nothing. Like everybody, when they get draft picks, they excited. Be like, oh, we got him this kid. He's good. He this and that. Byron Scott would not, this open before he even met D'Angelo Russell. He got to earn it. We ain't giving on. He got to earn every penny he worked for. No, he not starting. He got to see and all this. He just was like negative from the gate. I'm like, damn, he tripping. You cannot be like that this their time. These places built different. You cannot be like that. For instance, like Michael Porter Jr., he said something about the coach Malone, right? He said that the coach got to spread it around and do this, that, and the third. Let me tell you the difference between players now and players back then, right? Now, Michael Porter Jr. went at Malone today, right? His coach, Coach Malone, right? Let's say if it's any bickering behind the scenes, we don't know, because Malone is feisty. Let's say it's little drawn words. Malone feel, yo, you shouldn't have did it. And let's say teammates already, the media got down on him today. Yeah, Paul Pierce, you had Dame Lillard, you had different people in the media say he was wrong, went down on him. And then let's say his teammates get a little down on him. Let's say if Mike Malone, him and they get into a little competition, right? Let me tell you the difference between today's then and players now. Let's say next year come Michael Porter Jr. have a good year, right? And let's say he be up for free agency soon, whenever he be. And let's say Mike Malone's still the coach, and he's up for free agency. A lot of times what these guys do, they hold the grudges. These places, they hold the grudges. They be like, once, because the difference is, let's say they bump heads today. Let's say they talk today and they bump heads. Let's say they get eliminated tomorrow. Once these players have that ill feeling towards a coach, even if he play next year and he start and he play 30 minutes a game, it still won't matter. Most of these players hold that in when it comes to free agency. They got a stain for that coach. They're not fucking with that coach. So now when they free agency, they be like, I'm out. Well, I ain't playing for that. I don't play for this coach. Then the coach get fired. You're like, damn, they fired him? Then he resigned with them. That's how it works. These guys, that's the difference between now and then. That's the same thing I was saying about LeBron. You cannot, in today's NBA, build a team around LeBron with that same type of mentality where it's a bunch of old players who just stand there, who just shoot in the corner, and they whole game revolve around LeBron James kicking the ball to them. You cannot do that. LeBron James waiting on him just to kick the ball to you. Either you're a big man, you getting yours through little lay-in job, not when you posting up and getting it, when he just dropping off to you, or you're a guard shooting outside shots. You cannot, today's NBA is different. And you just get a whole bunch of old players. No, it's not like that. These players getting better, these young players getting better faster than they was getting before. And these players hungry, then, an older player declines quick. They decline quick. So you cannot do that. So that's what the difference between now and back then. That's why Byron Scott, the Lakers had to get rid of him. Had to. Then when he left the job, he was like, oh, the Lakers, they got a bunch of babies, start calling guys babies. Maybe, what Byron Scott said, maybe this is not his era to coach because it's different. It's different. You have to understand that these guys is different. These kids is different. Yeah, you 100% right, Joseph. You're right. That's what you see now. Most players jumpers is not that. See, this was another thing where the NBA, some of the players get wrong, right? Some guys just can't shoot. Period. Let's say like guys like Eric Bledsoe, he go like this. He just can't shoot. Giannis not a shooter. Ben Simmons not a shooter. But for the most part, so this is what teams, and that's why I said a lot of these guys deal with the numbers. They go, oh, Danny Green shoot 45%. So they'd be itching to get Danny Green on their team, right? But then you take a guy like Terrence Ross. Let's say Terrence Ross shoots 38%. But a smart man, what you do is, in today's NBA, you take a Terrence Ross before him, Danny Green. Even if Danny Green shoot better, you have to look. He give me more. He more athletic. He could get the ball off a rebound and push the ball. He could go on a wing and they dish it to him and he dunk it, lay it up and be creative. He could get the ball on the wing and drop to the basket. Only thing Danny Green doing is shooting that ball. He barely get rebound. He get a rebound, he holding it, and he gonna pass it. Daniel was good. He holding it and he gonna pass it. He's not getting a ball off a rebound, pushing it down court. He's not doing that. And a lot of times you need that. You need that. You need the guy to push the ball and get you an offense. You a coach's dream, to be honest, when you can have all five, definitely 4 players who can do that. That's what the difference with the Warriors. The Warriors, when they had, that's why the Warriors are so dangerous. Because even Clay not a ball handler, but Clay, when he get it, he push it, and his handle is not like KCP. And then the thing is, he don't get nervous. I've seen times Clay get the ball, and he may just do a little move like this, and then he may do it. Then he may give it up. But when he get the ball, he not KCP and them and Danny Green, like that ball is a hot tamale or something. See, that's the difference. That's what made Golden State work, because you have Draymond at center, he get the ball, he pushing it. Durant got the ball, pushed it. When they had Iguodala in there, he got the ball, pushed it. Clay pushed it. Like I said, he's much smarter than KCP. And then we all know Steph. When you can have, see, that's what I'm saying, Lakers, we don't have that. That's what hurting the Lakers. That starting 5 there. LeBron get the ball, that's it. AD get the ball. AD sometimes he push it. But JaVale can't do that. Markieff Morris can't do that. Danny Green and KCP can't do that. So that's where the Lakers is hurting at. You can imagine Lakers upgrade their guard position next year, you'll see the difference. You'll see the difference. Lakers, that's why I said you can't, like I said, you look at that. You have guys who may be a little less a 3-point shooter than people go by how, but you can look at some guys' form, even if they miss, you could be like, I still trust him. If he got the confidence to make that shot. Some guys, you can see the way they form, way they shoot that. He is just no help for them. Who the Lakers good for guards? I don't know. I think at this point, you should have tried Quinn Cook. My thing against the Clippers, how the Lakers got to play. You cannot wait on KCP and Danny Green. If they struggling, if they not on the other end, if they locking Paul George or Kawhi or whoever else they guard, whoever they guard, if they lock them up and they playing hell of a defense, okay, cool. But if they start struggling and there ain't no real impact on defense, you got to give them the hook quick. You have to know the temperature of your team. You have to know your players. Yeah, I hope he hurt. I mean, I hope he be all right because he ain't been playing. He ain't been playing. My battery about to go dead. Yeah, but I'll be when I is today? Saturday. 49ers game. Nah, this is more of a basketball channel. So I ain't gonna, I'll talk about it, but this is more of a NBA channel. Yeah, I'll be back Saturday, fellas. You know what I'm saying? And when my stream y'all come back, y'all know how we do. We're gonna get it lit again. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button. Peace.